Hi everybody, welcome to Cook With Me. This is Natalie. Today we are going to be making the baked barbecue chicken with some dirty rice and a fresh salad. So that's what I'm having for dinner tonight. And I added this menu item to my new menu. So Colorado Springs, we can now make some yummy, delicious barbecue chicken. So before I started the last class that we had with the wings, just making sure I have all the comments here. With the wings, one of the comments were that the wings weren't fully browned and caramelized. So this time I threw my chicken in the oven for about 30 minutes ahead of time. All I did was salt and pepper and put it in the oven. So let's take a look at that and get our chicken started. Here I have the chicken just in the oven, just baked it for like I said, about 30 minutes. And so now we can caramelize it in our barbecue sauce. So there we go. Get these out the way and put this, let me get it clean. Dirty one that I used to put it in the oven. So we don't want to use, a dirty one that we use for the raw chicken with our cooked chicken. So this is somewhat already cooked. As we can see, there's not a lot of blood in it. But we wanted to get a head start so we can get that nice brown caramelized color in the chicken throughout class. In this, the short span of us being together. So when you're at home, and if you're starting this from scratch, you would just put this in the oven for about 30 minutes ahead of time and get that browned a little bit. Or you can put it on the stove and just brown it prior to putting the barbecue sauce, because the barbecue sauce is going to now caramelize the chicken. So I had a little bit of leftover. So I'm going to toss that in there of this barbecue sauce. Turn that over so we can get to the last drop, right? And then all I'm doing is just dumping in the barbecue sauce. And this is just plain barbecue sauce, original barbecue sauce that I have. You can put your Jack Daniel's sauce, now we're seasoned up chilies. Now you can put your chili sauce. So whatever barbecue sauce that you like. And I know it's like people say, my husband's a big charcoal barbecue fan. And he's like, oh, it's not the same. Yeah, but sometimes I don't want to be out there in the charcoal, in the heat. No, I don't want to be doing that all the time. So sometimes I'm busy doing stuff and I want to throw it in the oven and leave it alone just sometimes. You can also, I have one of those gas grills. He has a charcoal grill on one side and I have the gas grill on the other side. So you can also just quickly get that grill, color to brown the chicken that way too. So there's many ways to get the chicken started. Do it on the stove, saute it on the stove to get that nice brown color. Throw it in the oven, throw it on the grill. So this way, we will have that nice brown, burnt, you like that little burnt part of the barbecue, right? Of chicken by the end of the class. So here we go. I'm gonna get my jacket all. Never wear white in the kitchen. Why the chef's jackets are white, but our aprons are black. There we go. And then we're gonna pour over the barbecue sauce on top of it too. You want all that barbecue goodness. So all I was doing was rolling the chicken around in there. Now I will put the barbecue sauce on top. There we go. And just brush it on, make sure it's nice and has a big, good full-size amount on the top, so you can see the barbecue. See, like this, it's a little bit more. So we can have nice that brown caramelization going on. That's why we want to put it on top like that. You see, like this part is totally white. No, some nice brown color in our food. All right. And then throughout, you'll use your brush. So keep your brush in here. You'll use your brush to check and scoop it back up like this and put it back on the chicken when it's in the oven and you gotta check it. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be using the brush, taking the barbecue sauce and putting it back on top. All right, let's get this back in the oven. It's back in the oven. Sometimes I forget that it was in the oven and I go and grab, yeah, you're not the only one. I've done it too. I go and grab the pot. So I have my oven set at 375. I will turn it up now to about 400. So we want that caramelization going. And start. All right. Actually turn up to 425. So let's see how that goes. Now we gotta continuously peek on our chicken. And next thing is our dirty rice. Why do we call it dirty rice? Well, it's because it's brown. And it looks like dirt. So, let me show you what I got. Let me bring my stuff over here so you can see better. So when you were looking at the list of ingredients, you were probably like, what is that? What is she asking for? So, I'll show you. First, I will put 2 cups of rice. And I put it in, a little trick, I put it in the pan so I don't have rice everywhere with my clumsy selves. So, I want it to the rim. 2 full cups of rice. And then we will have French onion soup. That was on the list, so you're probably like, what is she asking for? A can of what? I want to splash over myself. See, it's brown. And then I'm going to use it because I'm going to put water. So I need to get all the goodness out. So let's do it in order. So we do the can of French onion, and then we put a can of water, warm water, and then turn it off so you can hear me. This is beef consomme. So you know the like bouillon things, the beef bouillons? This is somewhat like it, but already in liquid form. It's a concentrated beef flavor, like a stock, but more concentrated and rich in color, as you can see. It's pretty brown, pretty concentrated in that color. It's not as light, as you see it running. It's not as light as beef stock. So there's a tremendous difference in flavor. So you can find this in any grocery store beef consomme. We fill it up with water too. And then we will add our mushrooms. And I love it with tons of mushrooms, so I'm gonna put the whole thing of mushrooms in there. If you don't like mushrooms, you can omit that. But I love mushrooms. I absolutely love mushrooms. And I just got these yesterday, nice and fresh. And I don't want it, do I want it chopped up? If you want it chopped up, I'll do it for my kids. I wouldn't want it chopped up, but I will chop some up for my kids. So it's not big, you know, these big pieces. But I would love these big pieces in my rice like that. Totally fine by me. But if you want it a little bit more to match the rice, because you know the rule is always whatever you have is always the same size as everything. If your rice is small, so whatever you put in there would be small as well. But it's, as I always say, your kitchen is your kitchen, your comfort zone. So it's how you like it, not how the chef like it. And that's why when I do my classes, I always say, oh, you don't have, you know, a list or menu per se, because it's what do you want to eat, right? What do you want to eat? How do you like your food cooked? And that's how I build your menu. I ask you, do you like mushrooms? You don't like mushrooms? Okay, what do you like? What else can we put in there that's brown in color? If not, you can just totally omit it. So when I do my classes, it's a personalized class. Yes, it's pasta, but let's say you don't like Italian sausage. You want meatballs. We're like, okay, let's make meatballs then. All right. So all up in here. And we put all that on the stove. And we're gonna turn that up, cover it up. What did we forget? Salt and pepper. Season. So always season. Put 2 little pinches of salt. This over to you. This is great. The mushrooms absorbing all that salt and flavorings. I want some for the rice too, right? Mushrooms. All right. 1, 2, 3, good. Do one more. A little black pepper. So it's to your liking. But for salt, I would definitely do 3 little pinches because we have so much mushrooms in here. That's gonna absorb that salt. And then the black pepper. If you don't like black pepper, don't put black pepper. All right, turn this up. I'm gonna put that on high. I'll give it a quick stir. Combine all the flavors together. And then, let's see, tossing some butter in there. If you want olive oil, you can put olive oil. And toss a little bit of butter in there. You don't have to put oil. I'm just doing it for flavor. I know with rice, I always say put oil. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. As long as you're washing the rice and washing it and making sure, you know, it's not sticking to the bottom. Right, that's hot. That's it. That's dirty rice. That's the whole of it. You let that cook just like rice. Put it on high for about 10 minutes. We'll take a look at it and see how, if it's to that roaring boil. And then once it gets to that point, then we turn it down to a minimum. Let's say, to a scale of 1 to 5, about a 2. All right, and now we get to make our yummy salad. Clean off my cutting board here. I have my sink right to my right. So I love that about this table set up here. All right, so cover it so we can come up to heat quickly. And now, let's check on that chicken. Let me give a peek. Turn the oven on. Turn the light on, not the oven. Turn the light on. Yep. Give me a nice. The barbecue sauce is setting on the chicken to give that nice brown color. All right. So now we're going to do our fresh salad. So, when I say power greens, it's literally called power greens. This one is called protein greens. See the difference. So I like these because when I eat vegetables, personally, food is always of personal taste, right? when I eat vegetables, I want to eat something that's going to give me all the nutrients. If I'm already eating it and I'm already eating a green, I'm already eating a salad, I just might as well eat something that's going to be more beneficial than, let's say, a lettuce, because a lettuce, as we know, is just basically water. So we have an array of these greens that are called power greens for a reason, because they have so much nutrients in them. So this one is from Earthbound, and this one says it has char, baby spinach, kale. That's all it has. So instead of having a bag of kale or a bag of spinach and a bag of different greens, I like getting these because they have everything in there. And then I had a little bit left, I wasn't sure how much, so I got another one just in case. This one is from Organic Girl, and I like these ones too because they already wash these, and I can just throw them in and start my salad making. So this one said it was washed 3 times. So this one is a mixture of, let's see what this one has: sweet pea leaves, baby spinach, bok choy leaves, baby kale, and mizuna, Mekontail tatsoi. Not really sure what that is. I'm gonna have to Google that one. But this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different kinds. And for me, as long as it doesn't have arugula, I'm good. The arugula is just something that bitter taste that I just can't do it. I can't do it. I bite into it and I taste that bitter taste, and it's a no-no for me. Okay, so I'm gonna put the rest of this one in, and so some of this I've already opened it. So the way I know that the ones that are still good, I turn it over, and the ones that stick to the bottom, I toss. They're probably all wet from being in there. And see, so I'll just take that one out. All right, take that one out. So I want to use all my leftovers, right? I don't want to open the other package and still have this in. So if you have any greens in your kitchen, doesn't need to be these exact same ones. And if you like lettuce, like my sister, I'm calling her out. Yes, sis. She does not like power greens. She will stick to her lettuce and stick to her romaine and stick to, I'm not really sure of one other one that she likes, but if you give her kale or you give her this, it's like giving a baby immunizations. She will kick and scream and she will not have it. She's not gonna eat it. So if you don't like it, you don't have to eat it. As long as you're eating some source of nutrition for your salad and you like it, then you eat it. So you don't necessarily have to chop it up, but sometimes I don't like that big chunk of lettuce trying to shove it in my mouth like these ones. But I'll just give it a quick chop. I love this one. Look at all the different leaves, and that's why I like these boxes of the power greens, because I get so many different mixtures and I try different kinds and I put them all in a salad. This one looks like it has some tiny leaves, so you don't need that much of a big chop. Everything is smelling delish in here. So now I'm gonna peek at that rice because I can hear it in the back bubbling up. For sure. So it's bubbling. So I'm gonna lower that now to about medium. I'll check on it again. That's going. Check on it again. So let us make our salad. So what do you have in your fridge? Whatever it is you have in your fridge, toss it in there. I didn't have I had gone to a market, a vendor booth to do my vendor thing, and there was this market there, 111 market, and she happened to have these cherry tomatoes, so I got some. I don't have the other ones that I usually have that has the purple ones too. Those ones are good. Whatever mini cherry tomatoes you have, or if you don't have cherry tomatoes, if you have a tomato, we'll put a tomato in there. Doesn't have to be cherry tomatoes. Like I always say, a recipe is just your guide. It's not, it has to be done this way. It's your guide, and it's your guide, but it's your taste buds. So if you don't like something, don't put it in. If you want to put something else, try it out. And if it doesn't come out, then we'll still eat it, right? We'll still eat it, and then next time we'll be like, yeah, this didn't really work out. But we're still gonna eat it. So there's also, I saw these mini cucumbers. So when I saw that, I was like, I had already bought these, but I was like, oh shucks, I want to try that next time. So next time I make a salad, I want to try these mini cucumbers that they don't have the seeds in there. Also, these have the seeds. These are just regular cucumbers. There's these cucumbers called English cucumbers that doesn't have seeds. So if you don't, the reason you don't like cucumbers is because of the seeds, then you can get the English cucumbers that doesn't have the seeds. Put that in. We'll cut the ends off because it always has a stem in it. And if you want to cut it smaller, you can cut this in 3 rows. And I know with the cherry tomatoes, you're supposed to just throw it in there. And the reason I'm doing the 3 rows instead of the 2 rows this time is because some people don't like the big chunks in their salad. So you can even shred these. Yeah, with the cherry tomatoes, I don't like biting into a cherry tomato. I don't like it. I don't know how to say, but I don't like it because it, you bite into it and it just goes everywhere. So I rather slice them and have all it nice and have a big full, like the cherries, the cucumbers, and have a full array of the ingredients in my spoon or my fork when I'm eating. I'm just gonna wash these out pretty quick. Cut the stems off, and then I slice them up. Depends on how big they are. I slice them up in thirds, and there you go. So you can still have the cherry tomatoes, not just throw them in there. But you can just half them. But I prefer to slice them. Again, your chicken. I'm thinking about the chicken because I can smell it. Your kitchen is your preference. And I don't like the stems of the tomatoes either. So a lot of people, when you cook, they're like, I don't like this, I don't like that. You too. Don't act like you don't. Like, oh my gosh, she's always, no, you too. I'm sure when there's a meal or something that comes across, you two have your preferences and what you like and how you eat. You might not say it out loud, you might just do it. But everybody has their preferences. That's why I love the way I do my menu. Again, is because I ask you, what do you like to eat? You don't want flour? Well, you use almond flour. Okay, we'll use almond flour. And the way I price my menu is I charge a fee for my services, depending on how many people there is. For like a date night, it's $100. For a group of 5, it's $150. Anything more than that, just depends on how much more people are in the class. It goes from there, but that's a flat fee. And then the fee of the ingredients. So whatever it is that you want to eat, that is whatever I charge you for, it's called the food price. Whatever I charge you for ingredients and food is whatever it is going to cost me to swipe my card at the cash register. So you don't have to have a full menu when you're doing a class. You don't have to have appetizer, dessert. No, if you just want to make a dessert, let's just make a dessert. And your food costs, I guess you can lower your food costs that way, but I've had clients come in and they just wanted to make bread pudding. We're like, okay, we'll just make bread pudding. And then we had a class that just did ceviche. We'll just do ceviche. It doesn't have to be this full-on 3-course meal. Sometimes you just want to get your friends together and cook. And that's what it's about. That's how I price my food. So by the food cost is depending on what you're gonna eat. I've done keto. We can do keto. My husband is doing keto right now, so I have a little experience in that. Yeah, you saw my face. So I like my rice. I like my tortillas. I like my carbs. I have fresh banana bread here. So I'm coming to learn that I can do substitutes. The amazing thing is that substitutes are becoming so common now. Before, back in the day when we were doing vegan, there were barely any options when you go to the grocery store. But now there's so many options. So many options when you go to the grocery store now. Even at Walmart, I was surprised. I went into Walmart, they had so many options for vegan, keto, gluten-free. So we can do all that. I will sit with you. We'll do a menu based on your preferences. What do you like? What do you want? What do you want to omit? And then I'll create your menu and your grocery list that way. All right, so we got the cucumbers. We got the cherry tomatoes. Now let me see. I think I want to add some lime in there. Some lime. That's what I have. I went grocery shopping yesterday. Oh, some carrots. Put some carrots in there. Just put a couple. Yes, because my preference again. I don't like these big crunchy carrots. Other if I'm dipping it, but not in my salad. In my salad, I prefer like the shredded carrots. I'll do a bunch of shredded carrots. So that's why I'm doing it like this. Just put a little bit of carrots in there. Not too much. Just to add color. See? It's all about color. So when you're making a salad, just go in your fridge and what do I have in here? What can I throw in here that I like and I want to eat? We could save some mushrooms and put the mushrooms in there too. All right. I'm trying to concentrate because this knife is so sharp. It's my culinary school knife. It's from Mercer. So if you guys are looking into knives, the Mercer knives, nice and light, but a knife is very personal. How it fits in your hand, how it feels in your hand. So buying on knife online, I guess with Amazon you can always return it if you don't like it, right? But I like feeling my knife when I buy. Let's see. Yep. I have a lime in here. I'll squeeze a lime. I have a lime for something nice and fresh. And then we'll put some salt and pepper in this. It's gonna be good. I hate when I put the limes in the fridge and then it gets so hard to squeeze. There we go. Use all my muscles on my plate. Let's get salt and pepper. With salads, you should use your grinders because it gives you that fresh salt. This one is pink Himalayan salt. So this is what I usually use for cooking. not raw foods. So that was my bad on my part. And this one is exotic peppercorn blend. So we have different peppercorns in it. I can see red, I can see just tons of different peppercorns in it. So this is delish on your eggs in the morning. So good. Don't crucify me for having black pepper on my eggs. But this one is made by Frontier Co-op. So that one's good. So I'll give this a toss. Close my fridge. I can smell everything. Cool. That chicken. Peeking at my chicken. Yeah, chicken is done. Nice and caramelized. Let me put it stop. Stop. Alright. Chicken is done. You hear it? Sizzling. So when you put that barbecue sauce on top, that's just for the color. So your chicken should or could already be done. But even when I don't put a lot of, I don't say I put my barbecue sauce on it immediately. No, I don't. I've never had. I always put a little bit of color to my chicken prior for the barbecue sauce. For that reason, it caramelizes so fast, and then you cut open your chicken and you have raw chicken. So we don't want that. So let's take a look at this chicken. Let me bring it over here for you to see what's going on with that. We have some extra barbecue sauce we can brush on top. Oh my goodness. Look at this rice. Yep, it's coming along too. Talking about. Look at that. Nice brown, caramelized, that burnt part that I like in the chicken. Not the chicken, in the barbecue sauce. Okay, where is my brush? Oh, I put it in the bowl. Here we go. So we're gonna turn these over to see if they still have that nice color too on the top. We're gonna brush our chicken. Nice and glossy. You see the difference? I don't know if you can tell really well, but so this is one that's not glazed right now, and it's dull. So we'll put the nice cooked, and then it brings that nice caramelly color. All right, nice glossy chicken. You want glossy chicken? All right. The smells, can you see? Did I fog up the foam in the camera? All right, we're gonna turn this around and see if we have, because sometimes you do it like this and you turn it around and it's what I say. It's not caramelized at all. So good thing I didn't turn, because I did turn my oven off. I'll turn it back on really quickly. We'll turn these over so we can get the same color effect going on the other side. All right. Back in my barbecue tossing bowl. We're gonna toss these back in the oven. I will turn my oven back on. I was so excited. I was like, oh, it's done. Bake 425, start. I was getting so excited. I was like, oh, chicken's already done? I was like, oh man. All right, so we have the chicken going. We have our salad. And then the rice is cooking. So, what do you want to talk about? Let's see who's online. Short Crust Food Co. Hi, Short Crust Food Co. Thank you for joining me today. Do you have any questions that I might be able to answer? If not, find out how to answer. Any questions for me today? No questions? Okay. So, let's see, we have the rice going, we have the barbecue going, we can clean up. We'll clean up. So I'll toss my stuff in one, maybe make a cleaning bowl. And then I will put some of the barbecue sauce in here. So I tried out this barbecue sauce. It's because, like I said, my husband's doing the whole keto thing. So I'm trying this, before I lean over, get my jacket dirty. I'm trying this Kinder's No Sugar barbecue sauce. It's called Cali Gold. I'm getting it from California. It says no artificial sweeteners. Kind of barbecue sauce, because you know the first ingredients in barbecue sauce is brown sugar. I learned that when I was making fresh barbecue sauce, and it calls for a lot of brown sugar. So that's why my husband's like, oh, we're having barbecue chicken tonight. And I knew what that meant, because the condiments always have sugar. So I was like, don't worry, with the keto, I found a barbecue sauce that doesn't have sugar. So he's always checked. Sometimes they have something like sucralose or stevia or something that always like a sugar substitute, but he doesn't want any sugar whatsoever, like no substitutes. So this one has tomato puree, mustard, vinegar, mustard seed, sea salt, turmeric, paprika, smoke flavor, distilled vinegar, cornstarch, salt, roasted garlic, caramel color. Okay, I don't know like why we need to put color. If it's not a color, then we just eat it how it is, like cheese. Did you know cheese that the cheddar cheese real color is the white cheese? I'll show you in a second. But they add, but the good thing is that they don't add like let's say dyes. They add annatto, which is an ingredient that we use. It's a seed, so that's good. Not all of them though, so check your cheese. So this one has, let's see what else, where do we stop? Caramel color, garlic powder, spices, roasted garlic, onion powder, annatto extract. See, that's where they get that reddish color from, that tint. Chipotle powder, and xanthan gum. I guess that's for, but I read it and it has no added sugar. No added sugar substitute, no secretive sugar names in there. And then I'll show you cheese. So I'll give that a toss. Let me spin my rice. You say, don't touch the rice. I'm sorry, but I do. I do touch my rice. You know how much times I got yelled at for touching my rice at school. Coming together. You see how quick this is? Like, I want to talk to you with my back. Give me a second. But do you see how quick that is? We have the chicken in there, we have the rice going, we made the salad, and now if you were home, you can start cleaning up all this stuff, and by the time you're done, everything is done. So I was going to show you the cheese. Let's take a look at that chicken. As soon as I finish the chicken, we'll be done. Oh, I forgot. I bought some feta cheese to throw in that salad. Love cheese in my salad. There's also this, like, let me see if that's the one I got. No, I bought plain Parmesan this time, but there's the same brand of feta cheese that some Whole Foods, but I'm sure everywhere else has the same. That they have the 3 different types of cheese, Italian cheese for your salad. I love it. Okay, and then look what I found. So I'm making a I'll make sure I don't have food in my mouth. I'm making a pasta salad for a barbecue that I'm having tomorrow. And I found these because I thought I was gonna find the mozzarella balls and then just cut the mozzarella balls in slices or pieces or nice bite-sized pieces. But I found these mini pearl mozzarella. Look how cute. Aren't these cute? So I'm gonna put this with the pasta salad. So this, you can also put a little bit of this in your salad too, if you like mozzarella instead. So I'm gonna be putting some, and the only reason I'm not tossing that in here is because I have it specifically for an event I'm going to tomorrow, and I'm making a nice pasta salad to bring to the barbecue. All right, I'm putting pasta. I'll show you all this stuff. It's just so quick, so easy. There you go. That's the delicious salad. All right, let's talk about these cheese. Since we're on the cheese subject. This is what cheddar cheese should look like. This is extra sharp cheddar, and it's white. I did not know. So, this is I was in San Antonio, so about a year and a half ago, that I found out that while reading ingredients and stuff, taking a look at what I'm putting into my body, seeing, and that's, let me just say, taking a look at what I put into my body, but not to say that I don't chug a venti sugary Starbucks with a bag of Cheetos. I'm just saying sometimes you just gotta do that. But here it says that there is just milk, cheese cultures, salt, and enzyme. That's how you make milk, how you make cheese. And that's it. So this is what cheddar cheese is supposed to look like, not yellow. And if you do have a yellow one, let's see if I have a yellow one. Yep, sure do. For, you see, I love cheese. You're like, geez, how much cheese do you have? I have the sharp cheddar. I have the mozzarella. I have the feta. And then I had the Parmesan. I have the Parmesan because we made pasta spaghetti the other night, so you need Parmesan. I got this for my salad that I'm making today. And then I have this for the pasta salad I'm making. And then I have this cheese for my son's lunch that he takes his sandwiches. So let's take a look at this one, what it says, why it has that yellow color. Annatto. So annatto, which is good. It's not yellow color. It's a seed that's made for our famous Belizean ricotta, which is that red paste that you use in your chicken, like a sazon. Everybody knows usually what sazon is, and that's annatto in there. And so we use the same thing. So this is not the color of the cheddar cheese. And this is what the cheddar cheese is supposed to look like. But either way, just make sure that your cheese doesn't have like the artificial yellow. The annatto, not so bad, it's just a seed. I'm smelling that chicken. So let me get ready. Take it out. My oven mitts going. Oh yeah. Take a look at that. So we brown it on both sides. Now we're gonna turn them over. I'm going to be very careful because I don't want to take the barbecue saucy off. So I'm going to pinch it either in the ends or very carefully. That's why I'm like, why don't you just turn it over? Well, that's why. I don't want to peel the beautiful color it's made on the bottom. Look at that. Now that is some beautiful barbecue chicken, and I use my brush, take a little bit of barbecue sauce left to take any of the pieces that may have come off during when they were in the bottom. when I had them turn over. And when I took it off with my tongs. There we go. Get all that barbecue sauce in there. And that's it. That is your barbecue chicken. So let's put this, you can put it back in the container. Or not. It's fine. So we can put this aside and we'll check on our rice. Rice should be nice and good. I'm ready by now. Let's see. Sorry. I'm trying to make some space here. Get that out the way. Put all these cheeses that I took out back that we have. All right, so we have the salad. We have the chicken. How many times a week do you guys have to throw your oven mitts in the washer? All right, turn off my oven. Turn off my light. Check on my rice. Don't want to open it. See if I can see it through. Still looks a little bit grainy, so I will get a serving bowl for my chicken so we can get ready to start plating, right? Let's see. I'm gonna try to find, of course I'm gonna pick the highest one that I can't reach. It's a nice clean white bowl. We'll take our chicken nice and gentle again. I was like, oh, I just placed them. All right. Gently. You don't want to scrape off that nice barbecue sauce. Right. See, that was easy peasy, right? It's done quickly too. Turn that oven up. And that's why I don't put my barbecue sauce on it in the beginning, because you are gonna caramelize the outside of the chicken with the barbecue sauce, and then you're gonna have raw chicken on the inside. So I always kind of pre-cook the chicken first before doing that. All right, so we have our chicken, we have our salad. Let's take a peek. I'll bring the rice over. Put this aside. Put this here. Look at that. Look at that beautiful chicken. That's not good? Just made a mess. All right. Let's peek at our rice. Oh, that smells. You hear it? Yes. It smells as good as it sounds. There we go. That is some delicious dirty rice. That should be a smell they sell in the spa. You know when you have to like steam your face in the spa? I would go with that smell of the dirty rice. Alright, I'm gonna turn it off, but my sister is there listening to me, yeah. So I'm going to ask when I go to the spa with you one day, do they have that dirty rice steam available? Alright, look at that. So delish. So we're gonna do what they call fluffing the rice. Just toss it over. It's nice and breaky. There we go. Can't get enough of the smell. I can't get enough of the smell. All right, let me get a plate and a fork. And we're gonna get ready to serve our meal. So we have the rice. Nice, beautiful rice. Put that in the middle. Here we have our chicken. What is that sound? Still the rice. Still the rice sizzling. Sorry for using my mouth, but we're in your kitchen, you know. I'm not gonna do that in your kitchen. We're in my kitchen. I won't do that in your kitchen. But you can do that in your kitchen. All right. We have that, and then we have our nice fresh salad. I couldn't wait for lunch. I just couldn't. And then I'm gonna put some extra, put the cheese on top of my salad, because the cheese always gets lost in the salad. So it's always good to put, if you're using cheese, just put a nice little heap on top of your salad, and I'll show you. It just makes a difference in presentation wise when you're presenting your salad. There you go. Presenting your salad even to yourself. Okay? We need to make ourselves happy. Put all this effort into this meal. Put some extra cheese on it. All right. Now, my fork and my knife, I can get digging and see how this all went. The inside of that chicken. Oh, you can also, with the salad, I just squeezed some lime in it, and that was good enough for me with some salt and pepper. But if you want to go ahead and use whatever salad dressing you like, you can also do that. So you always want to take a look and cut by the bone of the chicken. That's why this is the bone of the chicken here, and the thigh is always in the center. So always check right there at that bone. And the chicken is beautiful. You can see. Nice, glossy. You gotta taste it. That's the best. Take your chicken before you serve it, and just drizzle some fresh barbecue sauce on it too. Here you go. So good. Taste the rice. Make sure it's not crunchy. You always take a little bit of rice. You can pinch it between your hands, and you can feel if it's gonna be crunchy or not. And can we do the happy dance, food dance? And then our salad. Nice and fresh. And our freshly squeezed lime. The juices of the tomato. The water from the cucumber. The longer you leave it to set, let me show you. The longer you leave it to set, the juices will come in the bottom from the tomatoes. Oh, you can see it well. There you go. You can see? There you go. All the juices from the lime, the cucumber, the tomatoes. And to me, that's the best dressing. The natural juices from the fruits that you already have in your salad. Take a look at that salad. You want to eat a bowl of that, right? All right. Well, thank you for joining me today. We'll go ahead and finish scarfing down this delicious barbecue and barbecue sauce chicken, baked barbecue chicken that we just, put in the oven, because sometimes we just don't have time to be out there grilling. And if our husbands want to go ahead and put that charcoal grill on, they can go ahead. I will stick to my gas grill. You can do that as well. Baste your chicken constantly when you're out there in the grill. A nice dirty rice, fresh salad, so good. So I hope to see you. So next week I will not be doing a live class on Friday, but I will be going live. I will be in Colombia, so I will get you a first-hand glimpse of whatever food it is that I'm eating. I will come in live on Friday. So we're gonna say for breakfast, but I'm not sure if I'll be up for breakfast. But whatever meal I'm having at that time, I will go live and I will post it on my Instagram, and I will take you along on Friday for the meals that I'm having in Colombia. So that should be fun because I won't be here next Friday. I'm thinking the following Friday, maybe. We'll see where I'm at. But usually, if I'm here on Friday, then Monday I will post the list of ingredients so you can go ahead and join me in my cooking class. So you can go ahead and cook along with me. If you have any menu ideas you want me to put in here, we will go ahead and do that. On the 15th of October, I am doing a pasta class. So if there's anybody that's out there that would like to join me on Friday here at my house, I am doing a big event for a big pasta class. So I would like to experiment in my kitchen first because I'm using a different flour for my pasta. I'm using a different equipment. I have to use their equipment, so I have to, so basically you're going to be testing with me, and it would be good to have, my kitchen full of people just making pasta. It's going to be free because I'm just testing to make sure that everything is going to go exactly as I imagine with my menu. So feel free to send me a DM and send me a message to see if you can join me on the 15th. I'm not sure exactly what time yet. I'm thinking maybe later on in the afternoon or early in the morning. So give me a buzz if you're available on the 15th. You can also go on my website and click the little phone and you can give me a buzz or send me a message. And I hope to see you for my next class. I hope you can be able to join me in my kitchen so we can make some nice fresh pasta.